This is our photo collage. We choose the Philippine map to emphasize the place of events of our Philippine history. So come with us and let's take a look at the history of our beloved Philippines.
The Spanish colonial period of the Philippines began when explorer Ferdinand Magellan came to the island in 1521 and claimed it as a colony for the Spanish Empire. The period lasted until the Philippine Revolution in 1898. Magellan crossed on the island of Cebu. Raha Umabon, his wife, and hundreds of his native warriors agreed to accept Christianity and were consequently baptized. Magellan planted a cross to signify this important event about the propagation of the Roman Catholic faith. The Battle of Mactan was the first class fought in the Philippines on April 27, 1521. The warriors of Lapu-Lapu, one of the datos of Mactan, overpowered and defeated a Spanish force fighting for Raha Umabon of Cebu under the command of Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan, who was killed in the battle.
Gomborza refers to three Filipinos Catholic priests whose name were Gano Gomez, Jose Burgos, and Jacinto Zamora, who were executed by karate in 17th of February 1872 in Bagumbayan, Philippines by the Spanish colonial authorities on charge of subversion arising from the 1872 Cavite Mutiny. Their execution left a profound effect on many Filipinos, including Dr. Jose Rizal, the national hero, who dedicated his novel entitled Noli Me Tangere to their memory.
Dr. Jose P. Rizal was born on June 19, 1861 in Calamba, Laguna. His advocacy for reforms in the Philippines under the hands of Spanish colonial authorities led to his early death at the age of 36. He was executed in Bagumbayan, now called Lunita, in Manila on December 30, 1896. Rizal wrote two novels, Noli Me Tangere, which detailed the darker aspects of Spanish colonialism in the Philippines with particular regard to the role of the Catholic Church and its friars, and his follow-up novel El Filibusterismo in 1891. A hero symbolizes goodness. Rizal gave us freedom by using goodness. Jose Rizal became the Philippine national hero because he fought for freedom in a silent but powerful way. He expressed his love for the Philippines through his novels, essays, and articles rather than through the use of force or aggression.
The Cry of Pugad Lawin was an event that happened in Balintawak, which officially marked the start of the Philippine Revolution against the 300 years of Spanish colonial rule. This revolt was led by Andres Bonifacio, the leader of KKK, or the Kataas-Taasan Kagalang-Galangang Katipunan ng mga anak ng bayan. During their meeting at the house of Juan Ramos at Pugad Lawin on August 23, 1896, Bonifacio urged his supporters to tear into pieces their cédulas and let out the cry, "Long live the Philippines!" The revolt later grew in strength and spread to 8 provinces, including Manila, Bulacan, Cavite, Pampanga, Tarlac, Laguna, Batangas, and Nueva Ecija, which were eventually represented in the 8 rays of the sun in the present Philippine flag.
The rule of Spaniards ended after the American-Spanish War at the end of the 19th century. After this, it was not easy for the Philippines as it became a territory of the United States. In 1942, during the World War II, the Philippines was occupied by the Japanese. By 1945, the U.S. liberated, and the Treaty of Manila in 1946 established an independent Philippine Republic. In Emilio Aguinaldo declared independence from the balcony of his house in Cavite. Emilio Aguinaldo proclaimed the independence of the Philippines on June 12, 1898. After acquiring the total independence, huge progress and development happened in the country, beginning with Manuel Ramos, which is the first Philippine president of the Republic of the Philippines, during 1946 to 1948, followed by Elpidio Quirino, Ramon Magsaysay, Carlos P. Garcia, Diosdado Macapagal, and followed by many powerful presidents under the Philippine Republic.
Ferdinand Marcos won the presidential election and became the 10th president of the Philippines. His first term was marked with the increased industrialization and the creation of solid infrastructures nationwide. Corazon Aquino was one of the most prominent figures of the 1986 People Power Revolution, which ended the 20-year rule of President Ferdinand Marcos and led to the establishment of the current Republic of the Philippines. Duterte was elected president of the Philippines in 2016 on the strength of a campaign that promised execution of drug dealers and other criminals.